long ago, a movie came out called Me Before You. It documents the story of a highly successful banker, Will Traynor, who lived an extremely active and adventurous lifestyle, jumping off cliffs, riding motorcycles, sleeping with women. The plot takes a tragic twist when he is involved in a horrible accident. He suffers a spinal injury and becomes a quadriplegic, after which he seeks help in ending his own life. His family is encouraged to support him in this decision on the premise that ultimately he has the right to determine if his life is worth living. For those of you who have been involved in making a decision like this, you know how agonizing it can be. History attests that human knowledge is limited. We simply don't have the ability to act with perfect moral accuracy at all times. When life and death are in the balance, we have to stop and ask ourselves these questions. Who owns life? Should something so precious be in our control? Does it belong to us to create or eliminate? Whose are we? If human beings are the ultimate decision makers in the universe, then morality becomes subjective whims. And for many people, the supreme ethic would be to avoid pain and pursue pleasure at all cost. Dostoevsky said, "If God does not exist, everything is permissible." But if God does exist, doesn't that change everything? Christianity rests on the claim that God came to earth in love and was killed by the very people he created. Other worldviews deem this idea of God dying as utterly inconceivable, or worse. Richard Dawkins calls it barking mad. In Buddhism, the concept of a personal God who died is as much an illusion as suffering. According to Islam, the idea of God becoming human and then being killed is nothing short of blasphemy. The idea of death is not pleasant for anyone. It's something we all fight against our whole lives. But there are times when dying actually seems like the better option. When a person says, living like this simply isn't worth it. Or a person begins to feel they are an inconvenience or a burden. It's in those times that they need someone to assure them that their life has worth, that in their sufferings they are loved, and that at their time of death they won't be alone. That's the hope of the Christian message. Death is not a cure. The cure is putting our trust in Jesus Christ, who overcame death. Jesus says, your life is worth it, even when it feels like it's not. And he gave his very life to prove this.